Hello everyone, welcome to lesson 1 of the nunchuck videos. In this video I'm just going to be covering the very basics, like the gaining momentum, switching the momentum or reversing it, maybe a figure 8 or 2. So hopefully by now you've chosen a pair of nunchucks you want to use. And like I said, it's preferable to have a smaller or a shorter connector between these. I'm going to try it with these and see if it works in this series, but this may end up being a little too long of a connector, so just bear with me when it comes to that. Now, this is a very momentum-based weapon, so a lot of the times you'll find that the faster the chucks are moving, the easier some of these things will be. As for the grip, on where to grip, I would recommend gripping more towards the connector, especially for things like the hand rolls and such, because if you grip more towards the back, that will give you more reach when striking. So that's actually a better grip when you're actually using these as a weapon. But when you're doing more of the fancy, like flourishes and spins and such, you want to be more towards the connector, just to allow you to do hand rolls, finger roll, and things like that a lot easier. Because if I held the chucks back here, it would be very difficult for me to do a hand roll with these. Like, I'll be catching more towards the chain, whereas if I hold more towards the connector itself, then I can do more things with that. So that's what I would recommend on the grip with these. Now as for the actual getting it started, you just want to hold it to where one end is swinging out to your side, and this is just to get the feel for them. Okay, just to see how they move, feel how they move, that kind of thing. So just start again with the little downward flourish. This would be comparable to the basic flourish in the saber series, the single saber series. Okay, now once you get up a little momentum of this, what you're going to do is you're going to, as it comes down in front of you, you're going to extend your elbow out to the side, okay? So just practice this slowly like I'm doing here. So as it comes to the front, as if you're striking down, your elbow's coming out to the side, and it's leaving this part open for a reverse of the momentum, which looks like that, okay? Again, practice this very slowly. Don't try to do it really hard. You will hurt yourself. So as it's coming down, just bring your elbow out to the side, and your hand follows with it, bringing the chuck out to the side. Okay? And then once you get the momentum going a little bit, just let the other handle bounce off your arm. Okay? And then as it bounces off your arm, you're reversing that elbow action and hand action. Okay? So I start with the momentum. Arm comes out to the side with the hand. That bounce happens, and then I just reverse that action. So what it's going to look like is that. Once you do that, you'll find that now you're in the upward flourish. Okay? So again, down, reverse, now I'm in the upward. And the reason for that is because I reverse the momentum of the downward flourish into an upward flourish. Okay? So now from the upward flourish, again, you're going to do the same thing as it's coming to the back this time. This part, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to extend your arm, your elbow out, and that's going to leave this back part to reverse it down to a forward wield again. Okay? So as it's coming to the back, the arm comes out and the hand comes out with it. It's going to bounce off your bicep back into the downward momentum. And once it bounces off that bicep, again, you just reverse that action. You bring your arm back in, back into the downward. So all together, starting with the downward momentum, reverse into the upward momentum, and then reverse into the down. So this is the main thing you want to practice. Just getting this little reversing action going. And when you practice it enough, just leave your arm out there, as in, don't bring it back in, just leave it sticking out there and see if you can keep reversing the momentum with each strike. So all I'm doing here is just continuously reversing the momentum without allowing it to keep spinning. By bringing my arm back in, I'm just leaving my arm out there, which continuously reverses the momentum. Okay, so that's the little momentum thing I want you to practice. Just getting that little reverse in there. Now, as for the figure eight, again, you're going to start with the same downward momentum. And as it's coming to that downward portion, that part there, you're going to turn this handle that you're holding over. Okay, same motion that you did with the reverse, you're just not bringing your elbow out to the side, you're just turning your hand over. Okay? As you do that, that's going to happen. You're going to take it from the outside of your body to the inside of your body. Again, keep your arm out to the front. You don't want to whack yourself in the chin. Okay. Once you have both of these pieces down, all you do is alternate them. Okay. Now I'm just using mainly my wrist here to do this motion, which keeps it closer to your arm. You can also do it like I do in the single saber series, where you use your forearm to bring it to the other side of your body actually, and then back. So this would be with the wrist, this would be with the forearm. Okay. So all I'm doing there differently is just, again, my hand is turning over, but as it's turning over, my entire arm is coming to this side of my body. So it's that motion, rather than just that. Okay? And again, these are just the very, very basics. This is where you want to start, just to get the feel of the weapon and how it moves. So this would be a full forearm figure eight, and this would be just a wrist figure eight. Okay? So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. In the next video I'll get into the upward figure eight and maybe something else. But for right now, just practice with that little reversing of the momentum. And you can start either way. You can start in a downward momentum or in an upward momentum. But the reverse is going to entail the same motion, just extending the elbow out, turning the hand over, and bouncing it off this part of your arm to switch. Okay? This is a fundamental move. You have to know how to do this. Okay, you can also bounce it off other areas of your body, but this is the very basic one. This is the one, if you don't know it, you may as well just put this weapon down, to be honest. So just practice that move, as well as both forms of the figure eight, the little wrist version and the forearm version. Okay? So that's lesson 1. Again, lesson 2, I'll cover the upward versions of those, and as well as maybe something else, but I haven't decided yet. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in lesson 2. Bye.